Dude, I really hope I have 1 million subs by now. Please, future me, please.
In a world where anyone can become famous with just one video, the world of content creation has changed in a very interesting way. Being a YouTuber used to be seen as a hobby, but now it's a dream job for millions. But behind all the glitz and glam is a big change. Influencers are becoming businesses and making a new way for people to get rich. Join us as we look at how the landscape of influence is changing into a world of successful businesses where attention isn't just a currency, but the key to a world of endless possibilities. People were just happy to be able to put their movies online for free when YouTube first started. But then, YouTube started giving creators a cut of the money they made from ads, and companies started paying creators to talk about their goods. Being a YouTuber became a real job all of a sudden. In fact, it became not just a job, but the work. Studies have shown over and over that the most wanted job in the world is to be a YouTuber. 75% of kids don't want to be a scientist, doctor, or teacher. Instead, they want to be YouTubers. And when this is talked about in the mass media, it is usually in a rude way. You can tell they are thinking, these kids need to go get real jobs. And that's because influencer has become a word that a lot of people don't like to use. Influencers are narcissistic people with no talent who film themselves for social media, make up stories about their lives to make them look better than they really are, and get paid a lot of money to promote goods for companies. And in some situations, that may be true. But influencer can mean a lot of different things. A lot of people who have a lot of impact on social media are very talented and creative. Because the easiest way to describe an influencer is as someone who can persuade people to buy a product or service. It's not really a new idea. Famous people have always done that. Now, though, anyone with a smartphone and a social media account can build a community and have an effect on people. It's open to everyone, so more people than ever are getting money from their hobbies and interests, whether it's gaming, music, art, cooking, sewing, or anything else. Now, though, things get really interesting. In the past, you could make money from a social media audience by advertising for other companies. If you make content, Company X might pay you to put ads for their product in your work. But now, people who make material are starting to think, what if I start my own business instead and market that? One of the most well-known examples is Mr. Beast, which started a burger business that now has more than 1,000 kitchens in many countries. Mr. Beast could have teamed up with McDonald's or Burger King and gotten a one-time sponsorship fee in exchange for pushing their brands. But now he keeps all of the money he makes for the rest of his life. At the same time, he is building a company in which he has a stake and which he could sell later if he wanted to. Emma Chamberlain and Graham Stephan are two more examples. Both of them started their own coffee brands. At first glance, this might look like high-end stuff, but it's not. These are all different businesses that are just getting started by using social media to draw attention to them. Think about it. One of the biggest problems with most new businesses is that they don't have enough brand power or name knowledge to compete. If you started your own coffee brand right now, but didn't have anyone to sell it to, you would have to spend a lot of money on advertising just to get people to know about it. And why should they care about this strange new brand? But if a YouTuber starts a business, they already have a well-known brand that people love and a loyal audience that they can market their goods and services to, so they can have a lot of customers from the start. Obviously, this is about a lot more than just food and drink. YouTubers who make games will start their own game companies, and YouTubers who make tech videos will start their own tech businesses. And I think a business-to-business software company would be a great fit for business platform where a lot of entrepreneurs watch. There are really no limits to what can be done. But wait, I know what you might be thinking. Dude, YouTubers might be good at making videos, but that doesn't mean they can just start a business. You are right, but they don't have to do that. They just need to work together with people who can do it. Do you think Mr. Beast could have set up a chain of burger restaurants by himself? No, he didn't do these things himself. Instead, he hired a business manager, and they joined forces with a group that helped set up and run Mr. Beast Burger. So I'm not saying that YouTubers have figured out everything on their own. Instead, I'm suggesting that they work with someone or a company to make a product or service. A lot of the details can be taken care of by someone else, so the YouTuber can focus on branding and marketing. For example, the YouTuber could show how this new business is run behind the scenes and use the goods in their videos to get their audience to care even more about this new brand. And because YouTubers know their audience so well and have a relationship with them, they can think about what goods and services will be best for their fans. Like Mr. Beast Burger, the goods are named after people on the channel. This makes it more fun for fans and makes you like the Mr. Beast brand even more. And you probably don't just buy something from them once. You probably keep coming back for more and more, which means you connect with the brand in the real world as well as online. So here's the easy truth. If you make content yourself or plan to in the future, don't just think of yourself as an influencer or a video maker. If you start thinking of yourself as a business, you'll be able to do a lot more. The main difference is that instead of doing a one-time sponsorship to support someone else's brand, you can build your own business that you have a stake in. So it can be a lot better for your fans and a lot more profitable for you. Okay, let's do some math to show that this is true. Say you make something that costs $5 each when you make a lot of it. You sell each one for $20. So for each one you sell, you make $15. If you had 1 million members and only 2% bought it, that's 20,000 people, which means you made $300,000. Now let's say that the offering is a monthly subscription that people pay for over and over again. Congratulations, you now have a business that makes a lot of money. Of course, this can also work for much smaller channels. The crazy thing is that anyone can buy the product or service, not just the YouTuber's following. Profits can be put back into marketing to reach a new group of people. People will also tell their friends about it if the product or service is good. So this new business can grow into its own thing that has nothing to do with the person who started it. You don't have to have seen the Mr. Beast movie to buy a Mr. Beast burger, for example. Probably if your friend ordered one, you would too. It is now a business that stands on its own. Even if you work with another business to help launch your own goods and services, I'm not saying it's easy, but I am saying that there will be a lot more private label companies looking to work with creators in joint projects because attention is the most valuable currency. You can make a lot of money if people watch you and what you share. It's really that easy. But before, this attention led to brand deals and partnerships for other companies. Now, it leads to the creators starting their own businesses. For example, people love to hate on the Kardashians and the Paul brothers, but like it or not, they're very rich because they know how to get people's attention and then use it for something else, like selling expensive beauty products or pay-per-view fighting. If people are looking at you, all you have to do is tell them where to look. And the big money is in matching the right goods or service to the right audience. I honestly don't think creators building companies have even started yet. But there is one last piece to this puzzle. You may have noticed that I have talked a lot about YouTubers. What about TikTokers or Instagram stars? And yes, it's true that these ideas can be used by anyone who wants to get people's attention. I do think, though, that YouTube has a lot more benefits. First, movies on YouTube can be around forever. Once you have a library of material, the algorithm can keep promoting it for as long as you want. So if you talk about your own product or service in a YouTube video, you can get new sales from videos you made months or even years ago. Because YouTube videos are longer, you can connect with your viewers much more deeply. People are more likely to buy from you and your business if they know, like, and trust you more. And finally, YouTube makes it so much easier to get the word out about things. You can send people to the description below the movie, but you can have as many links as you want. So it's great if you have a following on another site. But think about putting some of them on YouTube. The maker economy is going to be a very interesting place in the next few years. People are finally starting to see how useful it could be, but this is just the start.